Hello, everyone. This is Saul Maraney from Johannesburg, South Africa. And today you're in for a massive treat because I have on the call today my internet marketing coach, Bill Hugel. Bill is my internet marketing coach. He's taught me everything that I know and really the person that I look up to online and that's helping me out every single day. And today Bill's brought out his brand new product called Laptop List Pro. So Bill, thank you so much for making a few minutes to talk to me. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah, my pleasure, man. Thanks for having me on. I got a forewarn. The kids are running around. It's the weekend. They may creep out in the background, but happy to be here, man.
Great, thank you. And congratulations on your new product, and we'll come to it in a moment. I'd like to just ask you, I know that your story is become quite famous on the internet, that you were a construction worker and you got to where you are in such a short period of time. For people that haven't heard it directly from you, how did you come online, and what gave you that first initial boost, and who actually introduced you to online marketing?
Well, when I first came online, it was because in 2008 the recession just took everybody over here by storm, and I had a construction company that I had lucked into, and in the first week in January we lost about $300,000 worth of work in 7 days. The phone just kept ringing. We were losing absolutely everything, and it was time to search for more. So it's not like it was an overnight success, but what happened was I started looking for more, and I just dabbled a little bit to begin with, here and there, poking at it. And then I got into some trainings, and actually the first person who I was ever able to make money learning from was a guy by the name of Tristan Bull, really good dude. Threw a setup together that I was able to take, copy, emulate, and use, and since then I haven't looked back.
Oh, wonderful! Wow, so it's been an inspiring story for people that have watched you, and I was watching you before I became part of your coaching program. And for people that you've seen online, the statistics are still pretty high of people that simply don't make it. And why do you think so many people just dabble and don't get to the level as you've got to?
A 100% commitment. I think a lot of the time when people are trying to figure it out or they're getting started online, they're dabbling, right? They haven't made that commitment. Yes, I want to change it. And I think it's just that mindset, believing that you can actually do it. For me, it wasn't like whether I could do it or not. It was, okay, now I need to, because I was giving money, right? Like I was buying stuff all over the place, so I know that people are making money. I just had to figure out how to get into that position as being the person who was making the money instead of spending it all the time. And that came as a result of commitment to the system, the setup, the process, and just following one path and going with that. So for me, I think it's the fact that people don't necessarily like to commit or give themselves the belief in that dream that they have to move forward and make it happen. And I think that's the biggest deal, is believing that you can actually do it. Because once you believe you can do it, it doesn't matter what it is. It's a baby believes they can walk. If you're laying around a pile of other babies and you're the baby says, I'm going to get up and be on my feet like that, other babies are going to look at you and say, no, you're not. That's not possible. But one day you try, you get going, you know it's going to happen, you stay committed, you go to it, you fall down, you get up, you learn what you can and cannot do. And that's the same with business. That's the same with online marketing, is making that commitment to do it, falling down, getting back up, and learning from each setback that you have. I don't even want to call them failures anymore, because you learn something from everything. So I think that's a big shift for people there, is just you can do it. It's not that hard. It's just sticking to it. And when you're new, it kind of is like, whoa, there's so much stuff in front of me. So just pick, focus, Laptop List Pro, and just really grow with the system and get out there and apply.
Yeah, no, I agree with you 100%. And being your student, you've taught me the key element of shifting from a buyer's mentality to a seller's mentality. In the Laptop List Pro, you talk about buying information and selling information. And for anyone that's listening to this, and me and you and everyone included, we've bought information online. So once you get into the position of being the seller, it's very exciting. And like what you've taught to me is that it's actually not that complicated, and people make it a lot more complicated than it needs to be. And you've got to proven method that works. So with the Laptop List Pro, can you tell us briefly for someone that purchases it what they're going to be getting inside and what you're going to be teaching them?
Yeah, Laptop List Pro is based on 3 different elements of building your list. Before that, though, Module 1, I get into the whole what's holding you back. It's some of the missing keys, the missing ingredients that not a lot of people are telling you. The very, very small things that you need to do to make massive shifts in your business. Some of it's mindset, but it's also the other things that you're doing and setting up online. So we get rid of that whole myth and destroy and break down some walls so you can see exactly what it is to do. I explain it to you as though it's marketing. Then I take you through a process of 3 different steps to build your list, get some traffic, get in front of buyers, how to clean out your list. If you bought solo ads, you've got a whole garbage list filled with people who don't like to buy or they convert terribly, or people that don't even open your emails. We show you how to take care of that. There's a checklist for you. I'm also giving access to the Rainmaker, which did like 1,200 some odd units, product of the day, and it's got another 8 videos in there for you with the fast cash video and all kinds of stuff. So it's really packed with a whole bunch of goodies.
Wow, it is. And right now it's at $11. It started off a little bit earlier, but right now still for $11 one can get all your videos and the checklist, and it comes with those bonuses, and it's just unbelievable education. And what I say, instead of watching 2 or 3 episodes of Suits, even though Suits is great, one can get a real education and literally change your whole life around. And I like what you said. One of the points that stuck out for me was about branding yourself and like that celebrity status. And if we look at Mark from Maine, who's a good friend of yours, and he's a friend of mine, and I look up to him. It's amazing that people, when the emails come, they expect to open them from Mark, and they know exactly who he is. And for me as your student, that's what you're teaching me, and I find that very useful, because so many times, even for me, like I may have bought a WSO from someone, and then I'm getting an email, and I think, who is this person? And to be real and to not hide behind your screen is so important, because email marketing and internet marketing is about people, and people are craving for someone to follow and learn from. Do you agree with that statement?
I do. I agree that they are looking for someone to learn from, to follow. I think a lot of what people really like these days on the internet, on TV, anywhere you are, is someone to entertain. And that's kind of what we do through marketing. You still want to educate, inform, and help people grow, but people also want to be attached to what it is they're spending time to. So if you're just this faceless entity that runs around and sends out emails that nobody really can identify with, or you hook them up to a Facebook page. Now, I'm not saying you have to do it with your face, and that's one thing I want to be really clear about, is you can brand anything. Groupon's a great example of a brand, and I guarantee you it took absolutely 0 effort to get that branding done. It was pretty cheap and easy to do, but my wife loves the emails. She shows them to her friends, shows them to her family. It's that simple, and she looks forward to these emails. Yeah, I get to spend some more money. So we know people want to buy stuff. It's just about creating that attachment where they're like, yeah, I see that, I get it, I want more of that. So even if you don't want to be the face of it, people want something to entertain them. And what's more entertaining than scrolling up your iPhone looking for shit to buy? Pardon me. What's more entertaining than doing that? People just are looking, we're going to buy. We want to enjoy the process of how we're going to buy, or the situation in which we're going to buy. We just want to enjoy the whole process, through the sales process, through the buying process, and then at the end on the delivery of whatever it is happens. We want to be entertained the entire way through that. And creating a brand that works like that is really cheap. You can do it for like $15 or $20. So it's a very important part, and once you add that, the numbers get better.
Right, no, it does. And like what I really enjoyed in your course was that you said, first of all, it takes consistency. So like Mark, he's known for the reviews that he does, and that's what I'm doing, is the consistency. And whilst you're putting out like your PDFs and you're doing your research, it does take actually some work. And as you said, if you're not prepared to put in the work, this probably isn't for you. And some people think that they're going to press a button and get rich, or even go sit on an island and get rich. But that's nonsense. I mean, I can only imagine the amount of work that must have gone into your launch today, and you you can relax this afternoon with your family, but it's continuous work, and that's what it's all about. So this does work, but one has to put the work in before. And what I think is very exciting, thank God, is that for 2015 we've got a lot to look forward to. I think a lot of people in brick and mortar businesses and in traditional economies, even maybe having a job, they're very nervous about coming into the new year. But we know that as long as we stick to our plan that you're teaching us and implement the Laptop List Pro, things should go well. I mean, there's a lot of products that are launching every day, and I don't think that many people are putting in the homework. So if you're prepared to put in the homework, in my opinion, you're probably going to be ahead of the curve. Bill, I appreciate you taking the time to speak to me today, and I know that you've been very busy, so it means a lot to me. If I could ask you one more question to leave you with. For anyone that is listening to this program today and is really suffering in terms of that maybe their loved ones don't believe in what they're doing because they're spending so much time behind their computer, or they've tried a number of things and, as we said, dabbled and haven't seen success, what would be your advice to that person today?
Two pieces of advice, because everything I used to do online, in my pursuit online, my business, my construction business, everything I ever did was for my family, and the failures resonated. I felt worse, and I don't want to say failures because they all taught me something really important, so I won't say failures, I'll say stumbling blocks. But I always felt really bad explaining that stuff to my wife, or, oh, I've let everyone down. But once I took it in and I said, okay, this internet marketing thing is for me. I want to see results because I want to be successful at something. I want to achieve certain results. And once it became a mission for me, and I was able to understand that all I needed to do was find the value that's lacking in people's lives and deliver it, I was able to get going. So don't give up. Set the goals and the dream to be for you, not to pay off those bills, not to do that, but for you to see success in what it is you want to do. And when you're preoccupied, or you believe 100% in the fact that you're going to succeed for you, things take on a whole new meaning. And I see a lot of people that are trying, they're getting started, they're doing it for something else, for some other reason. And I'm just saying, do it for you because you're worth it. Don't give up, and definitely don't stop until you see those dreams come true and you get to where you want to go. If you've got 0 sales, don't give up until you see 5 sales, because once you have 5 sales, you're going to be like, okay, now I want to get 10 sales. And it's going to grow really, really quickly, but you have to have that portion put together. You have to have that mindset moving forward. So don't give up. Just maybe approach it a little bit differently and do this for yourself. Want that success for yourself. Want to know what it's like to live a successful life, or be successful at something when people say all the odds are against you, because the odds aren't really against you. You just got to put the time in and the work in. It's normally your brain that gets in the way. So do it for you, keep at it, and don't stop until you see the results you want.
Well, thank you, Bill. That's such great advice, and I 100% agree. I'm quite a big runner. I do marathons, and I believe, like running, it's, the running is like 85% mindset, and I believe that internet marketing is the same. And also, to have a coach like yourself and to have the support and have someone like you really makes all the difference to me, and I could never have done this without you. So guys, this has been Saul Maraney from Johannesburg, South Africa. Bill's product, Laptop List Pro, is a winner. It's $11 at the moment. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Buy it. But as I always say, buy it and go through it. If you buy it and you don't go through it, what a waste of money, and it's a waste of space on your hard drive. And what Bill teaches is the exact model that I'm using, that Bill uses, that successful guys online are using, and just congratulations, Bill. So guys, there's a link to the right and there's a link below. Bill Hugel, thank you very much. I really appreciate your time.
Thanks a lot, Saul. My pleasure, man.
Thank you, Bill.